Welcome to Beyond Fences, man. This is a place where you can express your thoughts, beliefs, disbeliefs, argument, and combos, debates on everything from barbershop talk, hip-hop talk, lunch table talks, and our all-around favorite current industry topics. I am your host, Kel.
I am your boy, Gotti. And without further ado, man, we're going to get straight into trending. Y'all already know the drill. Y'all already know how trending go.
Let's go.
Y'all already know how trending go, man. First up on the trending list.
We got a lot of trending.
It's a lot of stuff we got to talk about. We've been going for a minute. There's been a lot of shit going on in the media. So, man, we got to get into the Cat Williams of it all, man. And it ain't really just one thing that we can talk about with Cat Williams because it was so much within one interview.
Right.
But I think the obvious we got to announce when he was on Club Shay Shay.
Yeah.
So, Kel, break it on down.
Man, it's so much to unpack, man.
So much to unpack.
So much to unwrap. Well, shit, let's get into your boy, TP, because you was at his studio the other day. You been at his studio, you know what I'm saying? That's your little
what I got to say about TP?
That's your little birthplace. He said, he was talking about, about men in the industry putting on dresses. You know what I'm saying? So he got into TP. He basically think, he said name a comedian or whatever that hasn't put a dress on. You feel me? And he's just basically taking shots at all the moguls that,
I think that's probably that's probably the only thing that I didn't agree with. For some other stuff, but off the top of my head, that's probably one of the things that I cannot agree with that he said.
Yeah. And
I'm gonna tell you why. Because art is art.
Right.
No matter how you feel about a person, art is art, and we're supposed to channel with acting, with skits. All you do skits, so you know this.
Right.
It's art. We're supposed to bring a character to life to make the audience, the fans, captivate and feel that.
Right.
So when you speak about somebody like Tyler Perry, and shout out to Tyler Perry, he's been making sure these bills been getting paid for the past couple months. So shout out to Tyler Perry. When it comes to somebody like Tyler Perry, you have to look at the characters that he do.
Right.
The only character that he has portrayed has not just been a woman in a dress.
Not just been
It's been Uncle Joe.
Right.
As an older gentleman, and I think those two people give us a sense of familiarity.
Right.
As far as black people.
Right.
That gives us our grandmother. Right. That gives us an auntie. Right. That gives us a crazy cousin in our family, all tied in one as Medea.
Right.
With Uncle Joe, that gives us your granddaddy. That gives us your crazy uncle. That gives us somebody older in your family. So I think these characters are a depiction of inside of a black family, right? And I think that's why he's been able to do that for so many years.
Right.
And he's been successful at it.
Very.
And it seems as though we only tear down the black people once they dress up.
Right.
Like we only tore down Marlon and Shawn Wayans when they did White Chicks. We only tearing down Tyler Perry. We only tearing down Martin Lawrence. But when Mrs. Doubtfire did it, and I'm probably sure I'm saying her name wrong, but the white guy who played when he wanted to get his kids back, he played as the nanny. When he did it, they won all kind of awards.
Right.
And he went down as a legend.
Right.
But when a black person get in the dress, it's, they have to do this to match their career. Right. They have to do this to do that. I don't agree with that. Yeah, because even if you go to Martin Lawrence was Sinead before he was in the dress with Big Mama.
Yeah.
He's there. That's just giving us a familiarity into the black community of different characters that we all know and can relate to.
Exactly.
I'm sure you weren't even, both of us, we were born in the 90s, but we wasn't growing up in the 90s like that. We grew up in the late 90s, but we was growing up early 90s and late 80s when Martin was airing, and we still to this day can find somebody that relates to us as Shanae.
Right.
We still can relate to somebody like Medea. We still can relate to somebody like Big Mama that cares for the family, that take care of the family. So that's the one thing that I don't agree with, man. And there's a lot of stuff that a lot of people like to say about Tyler Perry, and I don't find any truth in it.
Yeah,
I think, once a person reach a certain statue or they get to a certain level, they feel like, they're old to do this for them. They're old to bring them this or get them this job, but they still got to eat too.
Right. And the only thing I disagree, I agree with most of the interview.
Okay.
But the one thing that I do disagree with, right, is the fact that, listen, when I went back and I looked at the time when him and Kevin Hart had their first initial beef, right?
Okay.
When he's talking about Tiffany Haddish. What he said about Tiffany Haddish could have been true. Maybe she's not that funny. She's not this big of a comedian. People put her on a high pedestal because she's been in these movies and she's only under this Hart production umbrella and blase blase. Okay, all that might be true. It could be. It's possible. It's possible that it could be true because I have seen Tiffany Haddish stand up. It's not the best.
I don't think Tiffany Haddish is funny.
I think she's movie funny. She's definitely she can.
The
act
same
her
with
ass
Kevin
off.
Hart. The same with Kevin Hart.
I love Kevin Hart stand up actually. Well, old Kevin Hart stand up.
Old Kevin. I was about to say you haven't.
Kevin Hart stand up.
What was what was the one with the black and white the black and green lettering that he had when he was Kev on the bus, Kev on the bus. My mama told me to tell you, little titty nipple bitch. Like that Kevin Hart. I think that was what we was introduced to.
Yeah.
That was funny. But allegedly Kevin Hart had writers then.
I mean, he could have been. But writers and delivery is two different. You know,
writers and delivery.
Nobody can deliver a joke like Kevin Hart can deliver it.
You're absolutely right.
So you can write all your rappers can have writers.
But if we're talking about stand up,
and who's to say
Cat Williams has it?
He has it, but This is the only thing I didn't like about what Cat Williams.
Mm-hmm.
Cat Williams is funnier than a lot of the fucking people he called out. Right?
He is.
But he is the reason he doesn't take accountability for the shit that he did.
So what did he do? Other than you hearing what Cat Williams,
I looked at Cat.
Other than what
Williams.
you heard of what Kevin Hart alleged that he did, what do you know? We've been proven, or the news, or the blogs, or the media has came out and said Kevin Hart did. I mean, I'm sorry, Cat Williams did.
Cat Williams, I don't know what he did. Right, I don't know what he was doing out on these streets, but Cat Williams has 13 arrests. If you go look at his fucking police report,
never been to prison.
Never been to prison. Why the
knock
fuck?
It off. Never been to prison.
Knock it off.
Knock it off.
Why the
My
fuck
hair is
does
12
he have
inches long.
13 arrests though?
And I've never had a perm.
Like, what's the excuse for that though? That's fucking.
Once you come run your gnarl fingers through it,
and you know what I'm saying? And like, why would? Okay, listen,
knock it off.
Why would Hollywood do their arms like fucking this when you know what I'm saying? When you always getting in fucking, you know what I'm saying? When you always into some shit. It don't even have to be police shit. Hollywood doesn't want to fucking accept nobody that's always in some shit.
They don't, but that's
you know
why I think he came out and spoke about how corrupt Hollywood is.
Exactly. They want you to be, but listen,
and if
you
we can lean, you can't be you. Why can't you be you? You can't unapologetically be you.
You can't.
And that's exactly why
everybody.
But that's
Hollywood.
exactly why allegedly Steve Harvey sat up there and said that shit to Monique, talking about your husband Sidney can't be out here flexing as the person that he is. We have to play the white people game and the money game. No, you don't. You have to dab out your integrity. And that's what the fuck I'm gonna do. Right. Because it's a lot of niggas in this industry, and this is me. I'm not even fucking nowhere near my peak. But me being in this industry and dealing with certain people, being in certain rooms, niggas want you to lick their ass.
Right.
Niggas want you to run up behind them. Like, leading into another topic with the Diddy shit. Like, niggas want you to do these things to be on. And I'm not saying Diddy did anything. All this is alleged news. But to segue into the Diddy shit, I want to say it goes to show you also, though, how we, and when I say we, I mean people outside of Hollywood, play a part in adding to the corrupt behavior of Hollywood.
I think
because you have
celebrity
people,
is corrupt. Even Cat Williams. I don't give a fuck what he said.
It's a lot of celebrities that's nasty. It's a lot of celebrities that's nasty out here.
He did something.
These people are nasty people.
You feel me?
And
like,
we think just because they're celebrities that they're so innocent.
Yeah. He might not do the shit that he say or the shit that he claimed other celebrities to do. But I believe that Cat Williams did something to get to where the fuck he had. Or he had to fucking either go against some shit that he didn't fucking want to do or want to say. Or, I'm not saying it's the craziest shit in the world. But to get your foot in the door, when Cat Williams getting your foot in the door, it's been, I don't want to make this a race thing, but white people are they the bosses in the industry.
But hold on. I'm not finna let you say that. I'm not finna let you say that.
Who runs who runs the movie companies?
White people have had the advantage, and they continue to have the advantage, and they continue to lowball black people, which
I'm
is
not
why
saying they don't.
Which is why
I'm
you
saying
had.
who in
but
the
hold
office,
on.
though?
But to say that people, you just literally sit here and say with your whole chest,
Yeah.
white people are running the industry. But that is the exact reason why Taraji's speaking out.
Yeah.
That is the exact reason why
Right.
Monique Ben spoke out.
Right.
That is the exact reason why Viola Davis
Right.
spoke out.
Right.
These people are speaking out because we continue to champion these white people and put them on a fucking pedestal for what?
They're not on a pedestal. The fact is, they just run the fucking industry.
Why?
Who knows? It's just how the system
Because
works.
it's corrupt.
Because
the industry is corrupt.
why are hoods in the South
we
end of
continue,
fucking cities?
we
It's
continue
just
to
the way
put
the
these
shit is
white people
structured.
on the pedestal.
They're not on
and
a
when
pedestal.
it comes to black people,
Listen.
we continue to lowball them, give them average ass pays, which is why it was a writer's strike, which is why
Right.
niggas wasn't getting jobs because they want more. They need better. But when it comes to a white person, they can come in this room and get paid $20 million to do this motherfucking podcast, but they'll offer us $1,000.
Which is wrong. Which is wrong.
It's dead
agree
ass
with you.
wrong, but when
It's
we
dead ass
speak
wrong.
out about it, it's not accepted. It's not supported. When Monique spoke out about it, nobody stood for fucking Monique.
Right.
Her approach was wrong.
Yeah.
But now that Taraji speak out, people want to step out, but now they stepping back because Warner Brothers is upset because The Color Purple did not do the box office numbers that it was supposed to do.
But do you ever wonder like this? How come after all this, after you get all the fucking accolades, right, and you get all the shit that you want, now you speak? I'm not saying our celebrities are wrong for speaking out, but why now?
My nigga, and that's
Why wasn't
but that's-
when you was coming up, when you was getting the shit?
But
Is
I'm
it
with
because
you on
you
that.
wanted to go ahead? You got what you got while you could get it. But now that you on, everybody, I love fucking all them people. But why, Monique? Why speak out now? They been
That's what
fucking
I
you
agree
over.
with- that's what
Why
I agree
speak
with
out
you
now,
on.
Taraji? They been fucking you over. Why speak out now, Cassie? P Diddy been fucking you over. Why speak out now, Cat Williams?
It's a Me Too.
The industry
It's a
been
Me Too.
fucking you over.
It's a Me Too
So they
movement.
get they
It's a
get
Me Too
they get what
movement.
they can get out of the
It's
industry.
a Me Too movement, and to
then
go into Diddy.
hit a fuck like now I'm speaking my truth. Why are you speaking on the come up?
Let's break down. Let's layer by layer what you just said. Let's start with Diddy because I brought that point up and then you just brought it back and it circled all around and it makes sense. So let's go there. As far as the Diddy situation and the Cassie situation, we were on our mid-season hiatus when a lot of that went down, and that was the quickest, most swiftest, fastest lawsuit that we've seen known to fucking man. Within 24 hours. Diddy paid her a settlement. They came to an agreement, and she got her payola. Now, here's my thing with that. You was with this man for X amount of years.
Exactly.
All this is alleged news on Beyond the Fences.
Yeah.
You was with this man for X amount of years, right? And it took you so many years after to finally come out and speak. But when you came out and speak, you sued for a certain amount of money. It seems like it was a money grab.
Right.
And I could be wrong because I can't tell anybody how to speak on any alleged sexual assault or any sexual assault that took place.
Right.
But it goes back to other people. Why are we now waiting to speak?
Right.
Why is it taking you years to speak out about this?
Right.
Like everybody else that you mentioned. Why did it take you this long to come out and say something?
Exactly.
After you sat there and you accepted it for so many years and you've done Hollywood box office numbers, and now it seems like now that the jobs are not available for you, you now want to speak out because you're upset.
Exactly.
But when you was in your prime and you was doing it, it was okay. Is it that, or could it also be, because I'm gonna play devil's advocate, is it we didn't know what the white people were getting. We didn't know that it was a disadvantage. We just thought everybody was getting paid equal.
Yeah.
So could it be in retrospect now that they're seeing that new information is coming out?
Yeah, that could be it. Yeah, that could be it. That could be a factor. The dicey shit is we don't fucking know. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. We have no idea. But it just seems like, okay, it happens so often. It's like it happens.
It seems like everybody got a
seems
story.
like everybody got a story. And you see it all the fucking time. It's like, okay, so I'm just that'd be my first take on shit. Like, and we got to move on from the topic because we got other shit to talk about. But
yeah, we got to move on. But to me, I feel like it's a Me Too world that we live in, and everything is based off of clout, and they know that the internet is going to run with it and grab with it, whether it's true or not.
Right.
And there's always going to be somebody that want to stand against this person because they got ill feelings towards them, and they're going to want to bring you down to tear you down. So I just feel like, honestly and truly, sign them NDAs. And also, that's in one regard. In another regard, when you negotiate your deal, negotiate your deal.
Yeah.
If you're unhappy with the pay that you receive for a film, you still accepted that.
Right.
Regardless of anything, regardless of if the white woman was getting 20 million and you got 1 million. You negotiated your deal. So if you felt like your asking price and your worth was 20 mil, you should have asked for 20 mil and not accepted the damn film.
Right.
Point blank in the period.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Well, man, so let's move along to our next trending topic.
Let's do it.
Then, bro. We're going to get into Gotti's fave, you feel me? And we always got to get into some shit when it comes to
Who we
Miss
talking
Nicki Minaj.
Oh, Nicki. The queen.
The queen. We got
Pink Friday 2 is in stores now.
going crazy. Now, of course, everybody's heard the fucking album.
Yes.
Everybody's heard. Your thoughts on the album?
Thoughts on the album. First of all, I don't think we can just jump in that head first. I think we gotta just shout out to all of the features that was on the album. Shout out to J. Cole, an amazing song, Let Me Calm Down. Shout out to Wayne. Shout out to Ted Cobain. Shout out to ATL Jacob for delivering a lot of those tracks on the album, like Fuck the Club Up, My Life, Falling for You. Shout out to ATL Jacob. You changed the trajectory of the album, and Nicki has said that. Shout out to Monica, Keisha Cole. Shout out to Future. Shout out to everybody that's featured on the album. But to speak about the album, I think, honestly and truly, and I'm gonna just be completely candid with y'all, I did not like the album on my first listen. And when I say that, I would say that because, it has been roughly 5 going on 6 years almost, a little bit longer, a little bit shorter, whatever. It's been a lengthy amount of time since Queen, the last album, dropped, right? And I think that as a fan, we always go into albums with the perspective of what we think. And when I played the album at 12 p.m. on December 8th, I did not get the album. It was 2 tracks that I clicked to, and that was My Life and Falling for You, which was ATL Jacob produced. But once I woke up the next morning, I think I had to be on set at my call time was probably 8 a.m. So I got in the car roughly probably 7:30. I put the album on, and immediately I heard a different sound.
Right.
From my TV to my car, I heard a different sound.
Right.
And I had time to sit and process the album. And now hindsight, 30 plus days later, the album has spoken for itself.
Right.
The album has set at number 1 on the charts for 30 plus days.
Right.
The album is platinum already.
Yeah.
Super Freaky Girl is triple platinum.
Yeah.
I don't really think we can argue or say anything else about Nicki Minaj, and I think this album set the tone for female rappers for the rest of 2024.
For sure.
She dropped in 2023. It rolled out 2023 all the way to 2024, and it's still sitting on the charts and still charting. And I just think that I would have hoped that after Pink Friday 2 dropped, it's the full circle moment because her first debut album was Pink Friday, of course. I just hope that, she's put in the placeholder of where she should have been all this time.
Already. Yeah.
And that's just needless to say.
Yeah.
Did you listen to the album?
I did listen to the album. I ain't gonna sit here and say I listened to the whole album, but I did listen to the album, and I obviously heard all the hit songs.
What's something you really vibing to out the album?
I like Fuck the Club Up.
Fuck the Club Up, okay.
That'll be my favorite. And then everybody heard the shit with Uzi. Actually, you know what? To be honest, I mean it's a nice song to party to, but it wasn't some shit I downloaded. I downloaded my playlist.
Everybody, quick little class note. Everybody was meant for Call of Duty. If you remember, Call of Duty came out. Nicki is featured on Call of Duty. She actually wrote everybody for Call of Duty, which is why she's saying nuclear shoot, like she's saying all that because it was meant for.
I was wondering what the fuck.
It was meant for Call of Duty. Now a lot of people were saying they didn't feel like Uzi, did anything to the song, but I felt like Uzi did Uzi.
Yeah, Uzi.
But in regards to that, I think just outside of the hit names on it, we can't knock Barbie Dangerous mixed with, that's a sample from Biggie, Armed and Dangerous, and fucking Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Right.
Like for her to even be able to master these greats who set the tone for hip hop, for rap, for her to even be able to put two beats like that and two, like a group and a spitter like Biggie together and create a sample out of a song and rap over it and mimic Biggie cadence in his delivery on a song, also mixed with a Bone Thugs and Harmony beat. I just think a lot of people, you know, don't have an ear for music. And a lot of people probably missed that Barbie Dangerous was even a sample from that. So it's just like when you appreciate music, you appreciate the body of work of an album and you have to really sit and dissect it. Another person that dropped the album, shout out to Nicki, but another person that dropped the album that he never missed when he dropped the album is 21 Savage.
He missed.
21 Savage, you're crazy as fuck. 21 Savage dropped American Dream.
He missed.
That album is completely crazy. Straight up off the top, the intro is fucking
not
crazy.
Better than Issa, or better than I Am.
Dark Days with Mariah the Scientist.
Or better than
fucking
the album with Metro Boomin.
Neha with fucking Metro Boomin produced this album. What are you saying?
I said it wasn't better than the first album produced with Metro Boomin.
21 Savage don't miss, man. And I
not better than Issa, not better than I Am. I Was.
Name three songs. Name three songs off American Dream.
Issa, and it's not better than I Am.
Name three songs off of American Dream.
I like Prove It. That's the only thing I like. For real, for real. I listen to Red Rum. Everybody has. The joint with Lil Durk and Future.
You don't even know the name.
I don't know the name.
Like you,
I didn't like the
that's
album.
How I know you didn't sit in the process the album.
I didn't like the
and
album.
That's the problem. That's why artists be so. That's why a lot of artists don't drop albums, and a lot of artists haven't put out music because it's people like that don't appreciate the art of music and they actually sit and dissect it. If it don't have automatically when you turn it on the sound that you wanted to have, niggas gonna say, he missed. Nah, fuck this. Because you go into it with a sound of. Excuse me, what the last project was. You don't go into it of, damn, this nigga growing. But he's still spitting that shit. And this shit, he really talking. Like, he grew from Issa. He grew from FaceTime. He grew from all that old shit.
We can't miss that. Listen, okay. We can't miss that fucking old.
You can miss that, but you gotta appreciate. You can't sit here and say he missed. You can't sit here and say he missed because he not making songs that sound like that no more. It's called growth.
But certain artists have a sound. When you hear 21,
and he still sounds like
21.
That. 21 still sounds like that.
23.
21 still sounds like that.
He does, but I'm just saying. Listen, this is how I looked at the album, right? Mm-hmm. I felt like he was more. He did have songs up there where he was very lyrical. It seems like he was like on some J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar type shit, right? But
21 always been like that though.
But this is the thing. I don't want to hear a whole fucking album. Like half the album was that.
You want radio cuts and you want TikTok songs, and that's okay.
I don't want TikTok songs. I want old fucking 21 Savage.
You want radio songs that's gonna be cuts just like
it don't have to be
just
TikTok.
Like going back to Nicki. You was like, I like Fuck the Club Up. Mm-hmm. Fuck the Club Up is a single off the album that is a certified radio hit and a club dropper. Right. You didn't say you like shit like Barbie Dangerous with a sample from Bone Thugs and Harmony and Biggie because you probably don't have an ear. You probably didn't even know that fucking sample like that.
Yeah, I didn't.
You don't have an ear for Let Me Calm Down with her and J. Cole when she's speaking to her husband in this aspect and J. Cole is giving her a verse speaking to her husband from a male's perspective. You're not listening for music for that. So I think we ruined the art of music, and that's why rap is in the state that it is now, because we've popularized Ice Spice. We popularized people that are bringing us this music that is just a repetitive hook and we can dance, we can party to it. But we have got to get back to the essence of music, of what hip hop rap was when that genre was created. I want you to do something when we leave here today. I want you to go and listen to some real beat, like some real 90s, late 80s, 90s hip hop rap, and notice the difference of that, and then listen to a spitter like 21 Savage, because 21 Savage is a spitter.
I know that. We know that.
Like 21 Savage, like J. Cole, like Nicki, like Wayne. Y'all niggas want it to be so catchy and so bumpy that it vibes with TikTok. You can pop a dance to it, and it's just up like that.
Right.
Niggas don't appreciate the music, so it bothers me, a person that really loves music and have an ear for music, Hey man, say man, y'all already know. As you can see, the camera has went out on us. But it's been another great episode here on Beyond the Fences. You know, you can catch us each and every Monday, 8 p.m. CP time, color folks time. That is, if you did not know, now you know. You know the drill, man. Tell a brother, tell a sister, tell a mother, tell a cousin, tell a auntie, brother, stepdaddy, step cousin. Tune into your boys, Kel and Gotti, Beyond the Fences, streaming live on YouTube, Spotify, and all digital media platforms, man. Y'all already know the drill. This is Beyond the Fences, and we are out.